always love you, no matter what.
Right now at 5, a family's pain. What loved ones revealed about one of the murder suspect Virgil Thu's alleged victims.
Plus, wildfires exploding across LA County, thousands on the run, nearly 2 million without power, and it's just getting worse.
Watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. Tonight, new details in the New Lisbon triple murder. The manhunt for suspect Virgil Thu has brought in over 172 tips.
And we're hearing from Skyla Sorensen's family. The teen was one of Thu's alleged victims.
News 8 Now's Allison Fergut is here with more. Allison.
Ken and Emily, Jerry and Pamela Sorensen, Skyla's dad and stepmom, say Skyla was a bright, fearless girl, and through their grief, they're working to make sure people remember Skyla for who she was. They say she was smart, bright, she wasn't scared of anything, and was just like her dad. Pamela says Skyla learned to cook from her biological mother and was now passing on the lessons to her. Jerry and Pamela say Skyla loved doing burnouts and riding horses at a nearby ranch. She shared a special bond with her cousin, Alex, another victim in the triple homicide. Jerry says Skyla wanted to be there for her younger cousin, who is struggling with bullying. The Sorensens say people connected to Skyla easily, and she left a lasting impression on everyone she met.
I will miss my Mickey Mouse so much. I can't even imagine my life without you in it. You're the one that kept me going.
I will always love you, no matter what. You're up in heaven. We all got angels, baby, and they're mine.
The Sorensens have a plea to Virgil Thu, the man who allegedly killed their daughter. They're asking him to come forward and face the consequences and to tell somebody why he would take 3 innocent people's lives. Right now, the Sorensens are planning Skyla's memorial, but they do not have a working car, which is making everything more difficult. There is a GoFundMe set up to help with the memorial expenses. We will have that link available on our digital platforms. Ken and Emily.
Allison, thank you very much. Skyla's memorial is set for Saturday, January 18th. That'll be at the New Lisbon Community Center.
Authorities in Monroe County have arrested a man suspected in a Minnesota bank robbery. In a Facebook post, the sheriff's office says they arrested 51-year-old Corey Billstrom of Janesville. Billstrom is a suspect in a bank robbery that happened in Bloomington yesterday. There was also an outstanding warrant for his arrest from the Wisconsin Department of Corrections. Police made contact and arrested Billstrom outside a residence in Wilton. Billstrom is currently held in Monroe County Jail, where he awaits extradition to Minnesota.
No word on what caused an early morning house fire in Galesville. It happened at North 17432 4th Street. Heavy smoke could be seen pouring out of the windows and roof. Crews from both Galesville and Ettrick were on the scene. No one was hurt, but the home is a total loss. In Onalaska, a serious scare for a driver. Fire officials say the motorist saw smoke coming from their SUV. The driver pulled into a parking lot near Barachos and Starbucks on State Road 16. That's when the vehicle caught fire. Crews responded, put it out, and no one was hurt.
Live breaking news out of California. The wildfires in LA County exploding to 4, and they're still growing. All of them 0% contained. And now reports of 2 people dead, and the LA police chief is urging residents to take evacuation orders seriously.
The fast-moving fire destroying 1,000 structures and burning over 11,000 acres. California Governor Gavin Newsom bringing in the National Guard for help. Right now, some firefighters are working 48-hour shifts. Meanwhile, tens of thousands have had to evacuate, some fleeing in such a hurry that they abandon their cars in the gridlock.
You're right there. That's why the people coming. We leave the car.
As for electricity, over 1.5 million are without power tonight. Firefighters are also battling fatigue and finding some hydrants without water. So let's bring in our chief meteorologist, Greg Barnhart, here, because Greg, the winds out there really wreaking havoc with that fire.
Yeah, the Santa Ana winds, that setup is something you see quite a lot during the wintertime. It just happened to be more extreme this case, and they had dry, basically not much in the precipitation for the last 4 or 5 months. Plus it came on that they had a wet winter, if you remember last year, so there's probably a lot of growth. Sometimes fires do kind of get a little bit larger when we have a lot of that low-level growth going on. And right now, you still got the red flag warnings out through tomorrow. They extended that. Overall, you can see the major fire in Palisade just west of LA. That's from about Malibu to Santa Monica. And there's the Eaton fire just on the backside of that. That's a little bit smaller one that's kind of popped up. But Palisade really is the major one. There's some spotty other fires that continue to develop with probably embers. Overall wind speed still continues. See, they're coming across the mountain. So that area is the kind of a bowl. So when it descends, it picks up speed and dries out. So relative humidities are quite low. But they should see some improvement tomorrow too overall. So overall for us too, we're actually seeing none of that. We're actually looking fairly good temperature wise. Pretty seasonal conditions here, what we would expect for this time of year. So that's the good news going on. Later on we'll kind of break down the next system that's coming, because that's the one up towards the Dakotas that's bringing us our first chance of seeing some light snow here potentially for tomorrow. We'll kind of time that out a bit later in the broadcast.
All right. Thank you, Greg.
4 of the 5 candidates running in the La Crosse mayoral race have filed their paperwork. The deadline was yesterday. The city clerk's office says Shondell Washington Spivey, Ellie McClune, Vicki Markison, and Christine Kalo turned in their forms. Chris Stone submitted only some forms. The 4 are vying to replace Mayor Mitch Reynolds, who isn't running for a second term. The La Crosse League of Women Voters met today. One of the things they discussed, state constitutional amendments. The league believes lawmakers use them to bypass the governor's authority. There were 5 state amendments on the ballot in 2024. The Women's League pushed a no vote for all of them.
The efforts to amend constitutions offers lots of opportunities to enshrine additional rights, but also to take away rights that were otherwise previously enshrined in the Constitution. And so it's really important for people to be paying attention to the opportunity to vote on their state constitutions.
Right now, Senate Republicans are pushing for a voter ID constitutional amendment. They want it placed on the ballot in April. La Crosse Gunderson Trauma and Emergency Services helped a record-breaking number of patients in 2024. They saw 189,000 patients, which is a 7,000 patient increase from 2023. For a comparison, in 2020, they saw 126,000 patients. Officials say that the numbers reflect the health system's ability to help a large volume of patients, but also opens a conversation about future expansion.
One of our #1 strategic priorities in the Gunderson region for next year is access to primary care. So we are continuing to evolve. We're continuing to make sure we have the right amount of providers in the right places, in the right communities, and expanding services in all the communities we serve.
2025 is expected to be even busier. They project that patient volumes in both urgent and emergency care will go up.
The Greater La Crosse Area Medical Reserve Corps could use your help. The MRC seeking volunteers who are willing to prepare for and respond to emergencies that affect public health and safety. Volunteers get some training to assist in a variety of response and community activities.
It gives people an opportunity to help us build resilience in our communities. So when there is a bad thing happening, people can step forward with some confidence. They know where to get information, where to get resources, and they have the skills then to help assist in those particular situations.
Volunteers do not need healthcare backgrounds. Interested individuals can register on the Wisconsin Emergency Assistance Volunteer Registry. We'll have that link on our digital platforms.
Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Seven Rivers region is launching their 30 in 30 campaign. The initiative hopes to highlight their urgent need for new mentors. The nonprofit is looking to recruit 30 new mentors in the next 30 days. Mentors step in to help kids that may not have an adult role model at home.
Some of our kids have some challenges where they may not have those adults in their life that are able to nurture them and really help them grow in healthy ways. And so we have some great adults who recognize, how they want to contribute and give back and really spend time with youth and help them.
There are currently 40 kids on the waiting list waiting to be matched with their big brother or sister.
It happens in 2 days. Donald Trump's last-ditch effort to avoid his hush money sentencing.
Plus, the IRS releasing the numbers we all want to know, how much that refund check could be.
When we sit down with the customer, we're going to present the options. I want to be completely upfront and honest. I want to present every option to the best of my ability, and I want that customer, at the end of the day, to make the decision for themselves for what's right for them.
I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well. It's a little pill with a big story to tell. I take once daily Jardians at each day start. As time went on, it was easy to see. I'm lowering my A1C.
And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardians can lower the risk of cardiovascular death too.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine, which can be fatal. Stop Jardians and call your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, trouble breathing, or increased ketones. Jardians may cause dehydration that can suddenly worsen kidney function and make you feel dizzy, lightheaded, or weak upon standing. Genital yeast infections in men and women, urinary tract infections, low blood sugar, or a rare life-threatening bacterial infection between and around the anus and genitals can occur. Call your doctor right away if you have fever or feel weak or tired and pain, tenderness, swelling, or redness in the genital area. Don't use if allergic to Jardians. Stop use if you have a serious allergic reaction. Call your doctor if you have rash, swelling, difficulty breathing, or swallowing. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
Jardians is really swell, the little pill with a big story to tell.
Culligan helps you take control of your home's water with the world's most efficient softeners and drinking water systems. Culligan also gives you more control of your wallet with a variety of payment options. For better water and finances that fit, contact your local water expert today.
When I'm done, cleaned up, and I take the customer down there, I go through it all with them and explain how the equipment operates, show them how the bypass operates, how to set the clock, how the unit actually backwashes, pulls brine, how a water softener actually works.
In D.C., the public continues to pay their respect to former President Jimmy Carter.
Yeah, a live look now at Carter's flag-draped casket. We're pulling it up now inside the Capitol Rotunda. Tomorrow morning, former presidents and other dignitaries will attend a state funeral at Washington National Cathedral. President Biden will deliver a eulogy. We will carry the former president's funeral starting at 8 a.m.
Well, a new twist in President-elect Donald Trump's hush money sentencing. He's asking the U.S. Supreme Court to stop it. The move comes after a New York appeals court rejected a similar plea. The court has asked New York prosecutors to respond to Trump's request by tomorrow. Trump's sentencing is this Friday.
Well, tax season is here, so what kind of refund can you expect? According to the IRS, the average refund for 2024 filers is a little over $3,000. That's a 0.9% increase from 2023. The IRS says if you e-file, you should get a refund within 21 days. If you file by mail, it could take 4 weeks or more.
But we have more news ahead.
But first is Greg.
Yeah, I'm coming.
There's Greg.
Yeah, I got kind of sandwiched down on doing some stuff. But yeah, we got some snow to talk about for your forecast coming up for Thursday and potentially another round coming for this weekend. We'll break it all down with you coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Where's the best place for local fresh quality meat? The Holman Locker and Meat Market, of course. Purchase a minimum of 25 pounds of 90% lean ground beef for $5.79 per pound or 85% lean for $5.39 per pound. Shop local at your Holman Locker and Meat Market and much, much more.
Attention business owners. Start 2025 confidently with Your Choice Roofing, your trusted partner for commercial roofing solutions. Our expert craftsmanship and premium materials ensure a roof that stands the test of time. Don't wait. Our schedule is filling up fast. Get ahead of the rush and secure your spot now to protect your building and your bottom line. Visit yourchoiceroofing.com today to get started.
At Toma Health, we help our community thrive through our partnership with the Toma Area School District.
We partner with the school district in the classes in their Healthcare Careers Academy, and one of them is clinical observations. And the intent behind that class is to give students a feel for what it's like to work in healthcare.
I think Toma Health really helps us help those kids decide whether or not healthcare is a profession for them in the future.
Toma Health, together in care.
Planning a home renovation? Save money on demolition and disposal fees by contacting Habitat for Humanity's Reclaim Program. Habitat will remove your cabinets, flooring, windows, appliances, and more for free. Habitat sells reclaimed material at the ReStore rather than sending it to a landfill. To schedule your free reclaim service, go to habitatlacrosse.org/reclaim.
It's that time of year. The chill is in the air. Are your floors freezing? Warm up your home with carpet from Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. We've got the coziest, most durable carpet for your home. Come in and check out our color options, styles, and patterns. We're happy to help you find just what you need to make your home warm and cozy. Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. Our #1 priority is you. Stop in today.
Holman Locker and Meat Market, your place for fresh, quality local meat. Now's the time to stock up with our winter freezer filler bundle. Call and order yours today. Eat healthy. Shop local at your Holman Locker and Meat Market and much, much more.
Keeping you safe and ahead of the storm. The first Warn Weather Storm Runner. Only from News 8 Now. Expect more.
Yeah, we do have some snow in the forecast. Not a lot. This pattern isn't conducive to see some significant weather systems come through, but we do have some opportunities to get some snow here. It's going to be quiet through the morning commute too, probably through about noon to about the early afternoon hour. Then it gets a little bit of a question of when the snow will begin, but I do think we'll see some through the evening commute. Just light snow, not going to have a high rate of snow, but it could be for a messy commute for some areas. The snow will end fairly quick. We have seasonal conditions continue. They'll be both Thursday and Friday, pretty much where we should be. We could still see a few lingering showers Friday, but overall no accumulation will be expected on that day. But as you kind of time it out, really cloud cover will be on the increase late tonight. Morning commute, you see cloud cover, but notice the temperatures too will be back around the low teens for most areas, so a little bit more milder than we've had, or not quite as cold for the last 3 nights. Notice the south wind continuing, and then as we get into the afternoon, here's a little bit of snow. It's going to struggle to get to our area because of all the dry air in place, but I do think we'll see eventually some as we get closer to about 2 to 3. You'll start to see some activity approach some of the western areas or west of the Mississippi, and then towards the evening you'll start seeing this line or potentially several lines of this light snow come through. So it's going to be around the evening commute, just a little bit of question exactly where it will be as it comes through, but notice it's very light snow that'll continue. Minor accumulations. The good news is once we get past about 8 or 9, at least the accumulating portion of the snow will be pushing east. We could still see some flurries or snow showers beyond this time frame throughout the night as the winds turn around from the northwest, but we shouldn't expect any amount. Temperatures overall going into Friday morning will much be milder, more in the teens. But here's your snow amounts. There could be an isolated area that gets close to the 1 inch mark. This says 1 to 2. It's probably closer to about 1 inch. Majority of the area is going to be a ½ inch or less of snowfall during this time frame. So that's kind of what we're looking at with that event. Now Friday, as I mentioned, we'll have some cooler air behind that. Will provide maybe an opportunity for a shower or two going through Friday, but most of the day should be quiet with some cloud cover. Then we're going to be tracking that next one for the weekend, but it's not arriving really till Saturday night. So Saturday should be just fine with any type of activities going on. That system coming through is stronger than the one that we're going to have coming through tomorrow night. That low is probably going to be pushing right across the area. By Sunday morning, we should see snow overall. We'll see snow continuing Sunday afternoon as it wraps around this low. This cold front should come through some point Sunday night with some much colder air behind that. That'll be the other story with this going into early next week is the cold air that we'll have for a few days. But the snowfall right now, at least it favors a little bit more towards the north. But if we kind of track out the snow that we go on with this line, it's not quite showing up yet, but it will be. We're looking at basically into that 1 to 3 inch range eventually for Sunday if we kind of combine each event. So some areas could get maybe up to 4, but I think most areas are going to stay for Sunday in that 1 to 3 inch range. Now that could change, but for temperatures for tomorrow, to give you an idea, temperatures look really nice, mid to upper 20s before the snow gets here, so very seasonable conditions. And Friday, not much change with temperatures, still looking in the 20s for most areas, some cloud cover. And then Saturday, still not over that bad too. We're looking at temperatures very nice, mid 20s for this time of year before that next round of snow comes Saturday night into Sunday. So overall, we got some snow opportunities, but temperature-wise, not too bad until we get to Monday and Tuesday, and then it gets cold. We're looking at teens, single digits. We could be even below 0 at times if we have the snow on the ground at that point, and then we kind of warm back up towards the middle of next week. So we have some opportunities for some snow, so we'll see if we get a little bit of a snowpack going into Monday, which would be nice. But both events are not significant.
Yeah.
Sunday looks like we could get in that 1 to 3, maybe some isolated areas get a little bit higher. So just stay tuned for updates on that one, too.
Sure will.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks, Greg. Well, State Road Elementary is cooking up big ideas.
5th graders pitched their creative projects with a $250 prize on the line.
Starting off the new year, a growing number of Americans report feeling trapped in their jobs. Tomorrow at News 8 Now this morning, we'll take a closer look at why more workers are feeling overworked, undervalued, and underpaid.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
Dreaming of a new ride? Apply today at driveultra.org and make your dream a reality. Hey, dogs can dream too. Ultra Federal Credit Union.
We see you out there, giving your whole heart to what you do. That doesn't mean you have to give your whole wallet, too. It's why we make sure that as you find your way, you can find value along the way. Like $3 off select Blaine's brand cat food. Get a free $15 gift card with $75 spent on Purina Pro Plan. Plus, rewards members get free same-day delivery on pet orders of $49 or more.
That's what I'm talking about.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Being original.
Out with the olds and in with the new at Wesco in Sparta. Grab amazing deals with discounts up to 50% off. Floor models, overstacks, and slightly blemished items must go. So incredible, even I can't believe the savings. Our team is ready to help you find the perfect piece for your home. Hurry, these deals won't last long. Head to Wesco in Sparta. Your home, your style, your savings, your Wesco. And remember to tell them Peyton sent you.
I didn't know it, but my leg and back pain was coming from my feet. Then my personalized arch support system from the Good Feet store got me back in the picture.
Clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm back to the best version of myself.
Get back in the picture. The Good Feet store. Book your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
Looking for a new ride? At Ultra, we know some family members are pickier than others. Apply today at driveultra.org and find a ride that makes everyone happy. No payments for 90 days. Driver tested, puppy approved. Ultra Federal Credit Union.
Getting the kids ready for school isn't always easy.
But knowing what it'll be like so they know what to wear makes it a little easier.
We'll see you tomorrow morning.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
Students at State Elementary School are cooking up some plans for the future.
Today they hosted their State Road Soup event to present ideas on how to improve their school. In previous years, students pitched ideas like calming corners and building a book house. The project that receives the most votes wins $250 to get started.
They're doing a lot of things. They're working together to think of creative ideas. They're learning about community. They do public speaking. They did a lot of research for the project. There was math involved, writing skills. It was pretty much a little bit of everything.
This year's winning project is Celebration Supermarket, a store that will offer gifts and cards for people unable to afford items for special occasions.
That's a cute idea.
Yeah,
we
right?
never had contests like that in my school.
No, definitely not at mine either, but taking inspiration from the lacrosse soup and downsizing it a little bit for the school. I think it's
Yeah,
cute.
little business developers right there. Future
Absolutely.
ones like it. Okay, Greg has one final look at your forecast right after this.
Lori Robbie enjoys working at Park Bank because she thought bigger banks had lost touch with customers. Lori enjoys serving the community. Lori also enjoys growing hostas. So visit Lori at Park Bank in Holman to talk about your financial dreams and getting down and dirty with gardening.
It's not very often a fella gets to offer the best products in the marketplace at a price lower than most others. When I look at this beautiful showroom, when I consider the quality of our products and the team of 80 exceptional professionals, we should be higher priced, but we're not. If you have any doubts for your next home improvement project, you should contact the board store today. It's not all the sales and discounts, it's the bottom line that counts, and you'll get no better bottom line than at the board store home improvements.
T-Mobile is very reliable.
It's always nice to know that T-Mobile has us covered.
I love the fact that my family and I, we can stay connected just about anywhere we want to go.
My network is my lifeline.
T-Mobile keeps you connected on America's largest and fastest 5G network. Right now, switch and keep your phone. We'll pay it off up to $800. See how you can save on every plan versus Verizon and AT&T at T-Mobile.com/keep-and-switch.
To everyone who's hungry for something special,
Culver's is the place for us. Hi, what can I make fresh for you today? It's nice being greeted by people who are glad to see you. And I appreciate that they use real ingredients, like fresh beef and Wisconsin cheese. The frozen custard is so fresh and creamy, it tastes like it was made just for us. It's our pleasure. Just spending time with family, that's what mealtime at Culver's is all about.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious!
There's been more than a few changes over the years. But if there's one thing that hasn't changed, it's our commitment. 70 years and counting. Thanks for watching.
Lori Robbie enjoys working at Park Bank because she thought bigger banks had lost touch with customers. Lori enjoys serving the community. Lori also enjoys growing hostas. So visit Lori at Park Bank in Holman to talk about your financial dreams and getting down and dirty with gardening.
All right, there's that snow potential graph that didn't show up before what I was hoping to, but you can see that little bump Thursday, Friday, a dusting to potentially a half inch. Isolated areas could be more, and then Saturday to Saturday night, Sunday could get into that 1 to 3 range, and a few areas may get a little bit higher. We'll kind of update you as you get closer to that event. The Thursday one is during the evening commute, so that could be a little bit messy for some areas. Otherwise, the big story is the mild temperatures really, or at least seasonal through the weekend before we get a lot colder come Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah, sure looks like that. All right, Greg, thanks very much.
That does it for us at 5.
I hope to see you back at 6.